God damn it, don't show the mess behind the couch. It's the reason I'm
And that's
walking
how
up
the show
stairs.
starts.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Funhouse. Remember this show that I used to do every Friday? Well, I'm doing it special because I feel guilty.
Hello.
Oh, so
hey.
you log in right now and you missed your cue.
Uh-huh.
Penis.
And you have strangers walking behind you.
That's not a stranger. You know him.
Strangers to this audience.
Yeah.
They're back here.
Same with me.
Yeah, and with Matt, and with everybody that's here.
Hold on.
It's like, is that a mangy, fat-faced raccoon that somebody let into Funhouse?
Are you talking about you, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm too sober.
What the hell?
Look, I'm not talking about Addie.
Let me fix
Like,
it.
Addie's fuckable.
Addie's. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
you're
about
too
Addie.
sober.
Addie's fuckable.
And you're
That's
too awake, Vegas.
Oh, no, I
You're too-
forgot. I got to troll the chat, too. It's
Yeah.
been a while. Where's Zelda?
I don't.
Yeah,
no one can get a hold of her.
I messaged her, but no
I
answer.
messaged her too, and then when she finds out, she's going to be all pissed off at us.
Wait, I even got a leatherette couch to lie on.
I know. Where did you get that? Did you steal it from the neighbors? You're like,
I
get the
hunted it
fuck
down.
out! I've got to do a fun house.
He conjured it from, like, no, Angus is the purple man. So he was just like, give me your
Yeah, he is
couch.
the purple man. I got to do
It's not
introductions.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Shush. All right, starting.
I'm not in
I can't
control
remember
anymore.
how this is. Everyone knows who I am, so. Let's start with the one that is doing his mic like he's Leafy.
Hey guys, it's Leafy here. I just wanted to pull up some drama and some shit because I have no chin. How you guys doing?
Leafy better be glad every day that not having a chin isn't a terminal disease. Because
I don't think I've ever watched a Leafy video. Ever.
Yeah,
We
oh,
have.
that's good.
I don't remember watching a Leafy video, mostly because I was watching I'm not a bitch. So
You're not. Whatever.
I watched
Anyway,
one Leafy video.
That's Scarce. Say hi, Scarce.
hey everybody.
He made
Next to him, blatantly violating the no icons rule in the Funhouse by not having his.
look. I
live
don't have a
on.
thingy, but it's my picture.
That's a personal thing, dude.
That should count.
You don't have a camera?
Yeah.
What?
All right, fine. Next to him, violating the rules because he's too poor to have a camera? What is it? Did it break?
I just haven't. Nah, I just never I've never had a web camera. I just never bought one.
All
You
right.
did have one at some point.
You did.
No, that was a flip cam. Or if you're talking about the thing with my uncle, like, no, yeah, you're right. I did
On
have
the laptop cam
I-
for a while.
Yeah, I did have the laptop cam, and sometimes it would just the videos would be pink for no
Hello.
reason.
Edible napalm, everyone.
Edible napalm, everyone. Or something napalm, or whatever he's going by this week.
It's something napalm.
It's
Although
something napalm.
I do have a strike on my channel, so
God, this sucks. The sound effects are gone. The most
Oh, you
funnest
got rid
thing
of them?
on the show. No, Google got rid of them. Yeah,
Are you
They were-
sure? Hey, that's it. Let's go into the toolbox.
it's gone. It's gone. I opened the toolbox.
Yeah,
Next
it's gone.
to him, reclining as per usual, but far too sober and far too awake, because his usual is to be nearly passed out, if not asleep, by the time the hangout starts. Angus, or Monkey Tail 2002. Say hi, Angus.
Oh, it only works the toolbox.
Hey, folks.
And then
It's
last but not
me.
least, in this huge dick fest of a hangout, because we
Very
couldn't convince any girls to hang out with us,
I have a light right here.
No.
who's
Well-
currently talking to his boyfriend. Oh, that's right. A lot's happened to Atticus since the last time he was on the Funhouse, huh, Addy?
Yeah.
That's right.
And if you didn't listen to my podcast, then you wouldn't know. But if you did, then you're all caught up. But Addy now.
and you should listen to
I
them.
did make a video on the channel about it.
Did you? Okay, good.
Yeah.
But there, we
Also,
don't have...
technically, Jason, I'm kind of a girl. Like, I get confused for a woman a lot. Bitch beard.
What?
That meme is so old now.
I'm
Look,
so
I
confused.
got nice
Remember,
hair.
bitch,
Look.
beard?
Look, Scarce, I got nice hair. Like, when people look at me from behind, they think I'm just like a really dumpy, fat chick with hairy legs. There's a lot of them here in Central
was
Virginia.
really great in American Horror Story Funhouse. Oh no, wait, that was Kathy Bates. Never mind.
She was good in Coven, though. Let's be honest.
No, she was.
There.
She was.
Now I have a thing.
Last Attica Blagey.
Hello, everybody. I put a
Hey.
thing down here, right there. I think it says. Right.
Yeah,
It's a
it
news
says
stroller.
it says twat waffle. Great boy.
All right.
2 years.
So-
2 years
I
since
have
we've done
not
this.
changed.
I have not changed.
Well,
If
2
we have
years
fun,
since
maybe
the official
we can do this once a month. Right?
Yes, we should.
Pretty cool.
We're like a menstrual cycle. We'll go by the moon.
Last
Okay,
time
that's
you guys
less
did
cool.
this- Last time you guys did this, the fucking we had a competent president, and America wasn't the laughing stock of the world.
That's true. Things were better when the last time the Funhouse was on the air.
So Zelda, people message Zelda on like Facebook and everything, and she's just
Yeah.
not now.
Yeah.
She's
No.
not been online. Remember, she does have a job as a sub cafeteria lady or something like that.
Carrie
Oh
Fisher
my God,
was
she's
so
a lunch
like,
lady.
Yep.
Yes,
God damn it.
everyone. Our dear Zelda, the broad one, the one that was either naked or half dressed
One with
whenever
boobs.
she was doing this show. Not only did she squirt out another child, but then she became a lunch lady.
Yep.
That's
You
kind of
mean-
awesome.
I love how you make it seem like she just decided that, oh, this is a great place to deposit a child.
Yeah, with her ovipositor, it came out of her body, much like a sea turtle.
yeah,
First, she dug a hole. Like that's how everyone in Mississippi has a baby. They
well, no,
dig a
no, no,
hole in the
Jason,
sand.
you're missing an important step. First, she found a wasp.
Ew.
She gave up on life and became a lunch lady. That's how I'm taking it.
No, she didn't give up on life.
You don't what?
I'd love
Well-
to be. I would. Oh, a lunch lady. Be bitchy to a bunch of kids all day.
I don't need to be a lunch lady for that.
Lady, how I was. My
Okay,
lunch lady
please
had-
explain how you
It's
can be
smoke.
bitchy to children all day long without being a lunch lady,
Like in the school.
Do you, have you
Lollipop
met
lady.
me?
without getting one of them restraining orders put on you.
I
You
don't
could
need
become
a.
a lollipop lady.
It's not even a restraining order. It's just sort of like some rando
No,
kid
wait.
walks up to you and goes, "Hi," and you just look at them like
That's right.
You
You, don't
were-
call them lollipop ladies, do you?
you just go up there. And you just
Kid,
you just look at them and go like, "You were a mistake."
and you're like, I'm in a
Yeah,
bus stop
or-
bathroom right now. Hi.
It's like
Um,
your mother.
Or you tell them God.
I don't know how to tell you this, kid, but your mother didn't know that you were going to be born. God,
Okay.
not real. Enjoy.
Okay, is anyone else?
Or you
Okay, I have
tell
a
them
report
that-
from Kalinas, the necromancer, that the live stream has very little audio for them.
I've not noticed because I'm not listening to
Here,
the
I haven't. Is anyone else
I have it up
reporting?
right here. Wait, stop talking for a sec. Let me turn on.
So
the-
you're telling me to stop talking on my own show.
I can hear you
Okay,
guys
stop.
just fine.
You
Okay.
can become a lunch.
I'm sorry,
not-
Kalinas.
To be fair,
know what's
he
going
tells you to stop talking a lot on your own shows.
I know everyone tells me to stop talking on all of my fucking,
So,
even the puppets.
so Jason,
Yes,
if you
Matt.
were a lunch lady, what would
Yeah.
your special? What would your special lights be?
What would my what?
Like your special thing?
Tater tot casserole salad
Oh, and lots of ranch dressing.
and beans, baked beans, and ranch
What-
dressing on top,
And when I was in
and a
elementary
cigarette
school,
right stuck right in the top of it. There you go.
I don't remember which lunch
You know-
lady it was, but she would make like fresh baked rolls.
Oh, here come the lunch
And
ladies.
microbloganism
every
just
day.
demonstrated why he's not on the hangout.
Oh, he can come in.
No, he's not.
And
He's not coming
legitimately,
in. He just told me to stop talking in the chat. I've had enough of it.
I'm not joking. Those are the best rolls I ever had. Like
Lunch.
to
I've
this
got
day.
no problem with lunch ladies. I mean, back in my day in primary school when I was a wee growing laddie. Up to
So
the age of
in
12.
1912, right?
Yeah,
Up until about the age of 12, the lunch lady that served puddings always let me have like 3 or 4 courses of pudding when I
Right.
should only have one.
For people who grow up in a regular country, pudding is any kind of dessert. It's just that in his country, pudding refers to all sorts of desserts, just not pudding.
Also,
I don't
sometimes
understand how that got
fried
that
blood.
way.
Some is made of vomit. Some
You're like,
is made
oh,
of
would you
bubble
like
gum."
pudding, dear? And you go, yes, please. And they give you cake. And you're like, I thought this was supposed to be pudding. It is pudding.
It's like,
No, this
no.
is cake.
Pudding.
It's like, no, it's not. What, you lied to me, woman.
No, you didn't. It's pudding.
That's not.
Pudding.
That's not. No, I am not a Batman villain. You did
Anyway,
not get
the
to call me
reason
pudding.
why I'm doing the hangout is because I have to explain to people who are fans of Opinion-Ville what's been going on. And what's been basically been going on is that for 2 weeks I was sick with the flu. Several days I had like 107-degree fever. And today is my first day off. This is the second part of this. Is my first day off in 11 days. I was traveling for work and I was not here, so I just couldn't do a show and I couldn't really update where I was. So I feel bad. And so why not dust off the old funhouse? Right?
Yeah.
See if it
That's
still
a bunch of
works.
dusty dicks. You know.
That's why
Yeah,
I'm here
100.
now. I was squatted here.
So,
It's getting
Assy,
He was just here.
I've
What?
been meaning to ask you this for a while now.
What's that?
How much
Who?
did they pay you to be on Discovery?
On Discovery? What do you mean?
On Star Trek Discovery as the chief engineer.
Oh,
Wow.
wait, who's the actor? All right, hold on.
Anthony
Or
Rapp?
S-
Really?
or STD. They really did not think about that.
They didn't think that through.
No, they
No,
did
they-
not.
Chief engine. Oh, God! I look nothing like that fucking guy.
It's like,
And that's
hey,
the reaction Renee said you'd have.
it's like, hey, when Star Trek fans, they love to refer
Oh,
to
that's something
shows
that's
that-
happened since 2015, right?
I was with Renee during these as well, back in the
Yeah,
day.
but you weren't engaged to her.
He
Oh,
was.
no, wasn't he?
He
No.
was engaged then.
No, he wasn't. Not
No,
in
they
2015.
they were just dating at the time.
They were
Oh
just
no!
dating.
Wait, no!
No, you guys were getting
There
married.
was
You
a
were
Friday.
getting
Yeah,
married.
there was the day I proposed, or the day before I proposed. No, it was the day I proposed. Was a Friday Funhouse.
Was
And I
it
had to
really?
get-
Yes, I remember that. I remember you
Okay.
guys planning weddings.
I don't remember that at
I remember
all.
getting messages like in my Facebook thing that's like a wedding to remember.
Oh yeah, I do remember that now.
Oh, that's right. I'm stupid.
No.
No, you're not
So,
stupid.
Scarce, has anything happened to you in the last 2 years?
I bought a house.
That's
And
a lot.
You bought a house.
Awesome.
yeah. As a matter of fact, the last Friday Funhouse when that last one, I think the month later I started the process of buying the house.
Wow.
So this
Jeez.
office, this area I'm in, this is my office.
Can we all move in with you and live there?
I could use the extra income, so yes.
Okay, cool. I get the biggest room.
There is no biggest room. This house was made in 1927.
I get the biggest room.
The closest you're gonna get is the upstairs, and you have to
I have
fight
extra
family for
rooms,
that.
but I just keep them empty and don't.
Do I have the space under the stairs?
As a matter of fact, there is space under my stairs.
Matt, out of everyone that I know, you are the perfect person to live under the stairs.
Look, it's like when I used to visit somebody who I can't name anymore because they did a lot of bad shit on Twitter and off of Twitter. But when I stayed at their house and they had like a bunch of people over there, and like I couldn't find a place to sleep, I slept under the table. And I used my clothes as a blanket because I didn't want to wake anybody up to get a
if
blanket.
you used your clothes as a blanket, what
creeper.
what were you
under the-
wearing?
Hello.
What were you wearing, please?
Oh no, it
Nothing?
was like I brought like because I was staying a couple of days, so I brought like extra clothes and stuff. So I just took the clothes out of my suitcase and just draped them over me as I slept. And they were like, "Why didn't you
Okay.
wake up? Why didn't you wake us up to get a blanket and a pillow?" It's like I don't want to
Yeah.
be a bother.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good grief! If you were staying at mine, I'd have that shit ready for you.
Oh,
Because I'm a good
Why
host.
did my tagline go away?
Mm.
Stupid.
There you
What
go.
did you do?
So yeah,
Right.
I'd be a good
Cynical
person.
transfer.
living-
Is there any other kind?
I mean,
Like,
yeah, they're hopefuls.
If fucking and yeah, Cobra Jones and Abby Normal can't confirm that story because they were two of the people who were staying over at that person's place that night.
And they saw you underneath the
There we go.
half naked underneath the
Yeah.
table, covered in your own clothing.
No, I wasn't half naked.
You should have just made a fort in the living room.
It was, didn't I? I think I read a story about an old Chinese lady that actually lived in somebody's apartment for years without them knowing. Like
Yeah, I'd
underneath
be
the
like
sink.
the same way. Because I wouldn't be a bother. I wouldn't take like the person's stuff or anything. I'd just be like, "Don't mind me. I'm just living in your walls. It's cool."
Listening to your conversations.
Don't mind me.
Look,
I'm
if
just
you can
living
afford-
in your walls.
If you have someone that lives in your walls, that means you have a nice old house. That means you're doing well for yourself.
Also, you probably have like some
Yes.
cool ass secret passages that probably have some like Confederate
Torture dungeons.
money
Yeah.
dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Or
oh,
just,
this
you
house.
Children's
This is
the skeletons of children all piled up into a bathtub underneath the house somewhere.
It's like turns out that
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this
Why
is a
into a
house in
bathtub?
Dome Zone.
Why not just
Well,
laying around like all the other menacing beasts?
Because you want to be clean,
gotta be neat.
cleanly. Yeah,
You
you
gotta-
don't want
no,
to just
you
want to
gotta
trip over that. How many times do you have to trip over a child's jawbone before you just
Okay,
get
well, why not just make some of their bones into mortar and then put their heads in them so when people come in, you know that something nasty is in here.
Not if you make it into mortar, then it just looks like bad
No,
mortar.
but the skulls are whole.
Mhm.
Like they've
That's
just
like
ruined the
H.H.
walls.
Holmes' whole fucking MMO. It's one of the reasons he's my favorite serial killer. Is his whole deal was he bought
Favorite
like
serial killer.
Yeah, this is Matt. He has a favorite serial killer.
I think a lot of people go through periods in their
There are
life when
ones
they get
where I-
fascinated with serial killers.
Yeah, no, I think there are ones that are more interesting than others.
That's probably
Like
it.
who?
Like H.H. Holmes is the most interesting to me because he literally bought like a 3-story
Hotel.
hotel, and like the first floor was a bunch of businesses and stuff, and the third floor were apartments. The second floor was just a murder maze.
So basically, that's what the Drake Hotel in American Horror Story was based off of.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, I can't remember the guy's name. There was one serial killer that was like he they could prove that he killed over 136 people or something like that in his lifetime. He was just a random killer. There was no rhyme or reason. He just loved killing people. And
Yeah.
I can't remember. And they caught him, but they could only charge him with like 3 or 4 of them. Not that it really matters. One is enough.
Yeah.
But
Well, one person does not make a serial killer. That's just
no.
makes
They
sense.
could only convict him of like 3 or 4. The
Yeah.
rest were just like, well, he said he was there, and this person is now gone, so that must be, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
I would, if I ever got caught for that, and I knew I was going to go to jail, and there was nothing I could do about it, I would just start admitting to killing it, just everybody. Yeah, I
what a
killed
lot of-
JFK. It was 10 years before I was born, but I went back in time and I murdered
That's
him.
actually what a lot of serial killers end up doing. It's like
Yeah.
they got
Yeah.
nothing to do.
It's
I was all 12 guys that killed Julius Caesar. How about them apples?
yeah,
you
you know
just
what? I taught Jeffrey Dahmer how to drill a hole in a head and keep them there. Yeah.
I shared a dick with him.
Also, Monster
Yeah.
with him.
Monster
just
brings
become-
up Ted Cruz. Like Ted Cruz is so unlikable as a person. The only way for people to like him is for him to pretend that he's a serial killer. How
Like I said.
fucked up of an
No,
awful
it's-
person.
it's not the
Jason
Green
would
River
become
Killer.
Done at Duncan, but less pathetic.
Who's Richard Kolinsky? Kolinsky?
Is that
I think
is that
that
a killer?
was the Night Strangler.
The Night
No,
Strangler.
that was Richard Ramirez.
Yeah,
No,
that
he was the
Ramirez.
Night Stalker. And the greatest thing about the story about the Night Stalker
Is
It's
how
the
I
way-
got caught.
is how he got caught. That
I
was.
love
I
that
wish they would have
story.
killed him. I wish they would have killed him.
Now, as soon as I see this guy's face, I'll be able to point him out to you. But there's just wait, is that the guy? Who is this guy?
For the people who don't know, he
Henry Lee Lucas. That might be the person.
his identity was known, and he took a train. He took a train down to L.A. And so his face was all over the news. And when he got off, he didn't know that. When he got off the train, everyone in the neighborhood started recognizing him, and whole groups of people surrounded him and caught him. It was
Just beat him the fuck
they
up.
beat the shit out of him.
Okay, so Henry Lee Lucas was an American serial killer who claimed to have killed over 3,000 people. However, his confessions often contained inconsistencies or improbable logistics. Despite this, hundreds of cold cases were attributed to him.
Yeah, he was just admitting to everything at that point, I think.
Yeah, but like I said, the ones that they could, it was like, well, yeah, he was there and this person's dead. Let's just, close the case.
Who is Albert Fish, my lovely dame 21?
He's a British. He's a real nasty guy.
We are talking about serial killers.
Basically, from what I remember, he's basically like the UK.
He was a lovely man until he killed my niece.
Apparently, from what I remember with Albert Fish is like, because I'm not as familiar with the UK serial killers. Like, he's kind of like the he's like the John Wayne Gacy of the UK. Like,
that
he
makes it
did a
even better.
lot of fucked up shit to kids.
Who are you talking about?
Albert Fish.
Albert Fish? For some reason, Albert Finney popped into my head.
Angus might know him because like Albert Fish was. I think he was either UK or Europe.
Not
We're
a name I
gone for 2
recognise,
years,
but
and this is what we're talking about.
Why not?
No. it's not a name I recognise. But then again, I never really.
Okay, wait a
cared to
minute.
follow crime.
Is there a Scottish serial killer?
No, this guy
Plenty.
Albert Fish is American.
Plenty.
The first serial killer in Jamaica was Scottish,
Was he really?
and I'm pretty goddamn sure of Angus. I mean, an
A
ancestor
descendant of
Angus.
one?
A
Yeah,
descendant of Angus.
Angus went back in time and asked time
Look,
madness.
my
to
people
his
we
were-
birth.
have to stop him, and Renee from getting married so that his children don't grow up to become
I'll be
serial
back in
killers
a second.
in the past.
Look, my ancestor was only in Jamaica for 1 year when he was fleeing from being a slave.
Oh, yeah,
then he
that's
started-
awful.
And then he started murdering people.
That's history, though, right? Like,
Wow, my lovely
that's-
dame. Oh, boy.
you were a slave for one
He
whole
was one of the
year.
he ate a little girl and then wrote their parents to tell them how she tasted and that her ass was tender.
Yeah,
that is a
Albert Fish
scumbag.
was
Did I just
fucked
hear
up there.
ass was tender?
Did they
Not in a
slowly
good way.
dissolve him in acid?
I think he's still alive.
Please tell me he's not alive.
They don't have the death penalty.
They used to. They used to hang people.
He
Where is this?
got lucky.
But who
It
are
was
you- who are
after
you
like,
talking about? I can just look it up.
60s, then he's not going to be dead.
He's going to
Yeah,
be
I
still
think-
alive.
I think the last hanging was in the 55 or 56.
Hmm.
I think he got caught in the 70s.
What is the name?
Albert Fish.
You know who was at the last beheading in France?
I don't know.
The golf.
Christopher Lee.
No,
Of course he was.
Yeah, he was.
He's that badass. He's like, I want to see a guillotine.
He was one of the last people to see
Can
someone
I
get
pull the
guillotined.
switch?
You do know that now that we've mentioned him, he will die, right?
Well,
I
he is
think we
already
call him-
dead.
Oh.
Shut your mouth.
I think we
Actually,
talked
Actually,
about.
I think he's in a coffin recharging his batteries. He'll be back in 100 years.
No, I like to think.
He did tell, was it
Savage
Peter Jackson, that the sound he was using for the sound of a blade going into the body was wrong?
Oh,
No,
Albert
what he
Fish
told him
pretty
was Peter Jackson. What the cut scene from Return of the King, where Saruman gets stabbed in the back. Peter Jackson wanted him to scream, and he turned to him and said, "You know, Peter, when you stab someone in the back, there's a sudden attempt to intake of air. There's no screaming involved."
Wait, I'm sorry, Jason. Micro just mentioned a Danish serial killer, and their name is Dagmar Overby. That is a Skyrim name. That is an NPC for Skyrim.
that is. I'm sorry, but that sounds like what was the name of the German dude from the Venture Brothers? He had like a metal jaw.
Unterbite.
Unterweit.
Dagmar Overby. I'm looking at him right
Oh God.
Wait. Oh, hold on. It's a wiki
That
page.
is a Skyrim name, however.
Dagmar Overby.
Angus, when we do
Child
fucking
care
Pathfinder again,
provider who killed between 9 and 25 children sentenced to death in 1921.
we need a Dagmar Overby.
Has anyone ever seen the movie Centurion?
No.
Go look it up
Angus,
because when you're watching it, all you have to do is ignore the Roman parts, and it is Skyrim the movie.
Look, Angus, I'm
Okay,
speaking
Mike
God's
Literally,
trying to
the
correct
Romans,
us on
the
the
Romans
same
look like
mistake
look like the Imperials, and the Celtish people look like the what are they? The Nord? What were they called in Skyrim? The Nord.
Nords.
Yeah.
Nords.
No,
Fucking
wait.
hate
Those
the
are those
Nords.
little penguin things in the next Star Wars.
I'm not
movie.
joking. I side with the Empire every time in Skyrim. I hate the Nords so much. Just a bunch of dirty, racist Neanderthal-looking pricks.
I don't remember who I side with. I usually just end up killing everything. So
I play what I have to play in order to get all of the achievements. And so to get some of the achievements, you have to play on both sides.
Morrowind, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Oh,
why don't you go?
played
Yeah, why don't
Skyrim.
you? Yeah, Morrowind.
I like a game where I can fall asleep walking and wake up walking.
Why? Oh, of course you do. That makes perfect sense for you, Angus.
It used to be that if it was warm, I'd just fall asleep and then wake up to find myself walking into a mountain.
I remember leveling in frickin' Oblivion by getting the guy to swim into the corner of a bridge and then rubber banding the controls and walking away.
Yep.
it's literally one of the best ways of doing that.
I'm thinking of breaking my Bethesda boycott.
For
'Cause
what?
I really want Wolfenstein 2, just because I'm like, more Nazi killing games, please. That's why I bought Mafia 3, because I'm like, I want more games where you get to kill Klansmen. I never knew I wanted that in a video game until Mafia 3 did it. And then I'm like,
What a weird coincidence that Call of Duty is going back to World War II.
Didn't
You think they're going
Far
to be
Cry,
fighting the Japanese in that?
didn't Far Cry 5 do the whole KKK thing?
That's not out yet, but I think that they're going in that direction. Yeah,
Yeah.
religious extremism.
Yeah,
No.
it's religious extreme. I don't think it's KKK per se. That rhymed.
Jason, I got your cold through the internet.
Good. I mean,
look, Ansel, I had a bad childhood, so of course serial killers fascinated me. Like, I'm fine now. Mostly. I like DuckTales.
says
like
the
this.
sketchy
Have
dude
you
who
watched any of
sleeps
the new
under his own
episodes?
clothes at a friend's house, who routinely gets high on mushrooms and stares at a light and gets scared by a moth.
Well, I just want to say, by the way,
Yes.
once we're done Traveller, someone
In my
else can
defense,
GM
that was a
for
really
while,
gnarly mark.
Yeah, Marth.
because I actually want to
Marth.
play one of these
From
games at
Fire
some point.
Emblem.
But here, you know for a fact that if you saw Mothra fly overhead, you'd chase after it. But a tiny little moth, you're freaking out.
Well, Mothra is like a friend.
Mothra is like a friend.
Of
I
course,
never
I've
thought it
Mothra
would be
shows
like-
up. If Mothra
Matt,
shows
how
up,
do
I
you-
know things are going to be fine.
Matt, how do you come up with these wonderful combinations of words that I never thought that I would ever hear in my
Oh, and by the
existence?
way, the only other
Rocks.
extended universe movie franchise that I want now is between Marvel and Godzilla. That's it.
Marvel and Godzilla.
Yeah, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and now the Godzilla Cinematic Universe.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel great. Fuck you.
No, I mean it would be cool to see the Hulk like wild out against Godzilla, but I
No,
feel like
I don't want them combined. I'm talking about those two. Those two are the ones that I get the most excited about. I
Oh.
love Star Wars, but I
Would
expect
you like
them.
to see
Star Wars
Gamera
has been a
go up?
cinematic. These are sequels. It's not necessarily a cinematic universe per se.
Would you like
But-
Gamera to show up in the Godzilla universe? Because I
Yes.
think that would be really.
they hinted at it,
I
didn't they?
I just want a modern Gamera movie.
Didn't they
That's
hint
all
at
I want.
that Gamera was going to show up? Like,
They can't.
oh,
They can't. They've never appeared together, all the way up until now. And
Also, the
I don't-
Japanese companies are super like Toei
They are.
literally will sue anyone for like using the suffix fucking Zilla.
They're really, you have to get a lot of permissions in order to get that stuff. You know what I want more than anything else? I want an Ultraman movie.
No.
I'd
No,
like
they've
Shut
gotten-
up.
They've got, no. The
As
reason
much
I
as-
say no is because the Ultraman series has gotten so bad lately. Like it's
I
just
don't care. Base it on the first one. I don't care about the latter ones.
to see fucking Jet Jaguar show up because if for no other reason, I know they'd probably make a really badass, awesome remix of his theme.
I don't want Jet Jaguar, and I really, as much as I love Mechagodzilla and would probably live in it if it would really existed, I don't want Mechagodzilla to appear in the latest reboot of the Godzilla.
I'd like
thing.
to see King Caesar show up.
Who? Oh God, no!
If for no other reason, I like his backstory and stuff, and you could probably do something cool with his like design.
No,
Like,
no! I put my foot down.
I'm gonna say this.
What's
Here's
going
how-
down, Matt? What?
Here's how I'm imagining like a modern interpretation of like King Caesar, one of the Colossuses from Shadow of the Colossi.
Yeah. Okay. All right. New question: how long until the live-action Pokemon movie?
That's
I'm gonna
coming.
hide under the desk, okay?
They're,
Oh,
they're doing they're doing a
You
detective.
knew this was
Pikachu.
gonna happen, Eddie.
They're doing a Detective Pikachu movie, and I think they're trying. Nintendo's trying
What
to get.
does that
Pikachu?
mean? Detective Pikachu.
It's a movie where Pikachu's a detective.
You just
Fuck
know
you,
Adam
no.
Sandler is going to be the one to do the Pokemon movie.
No, apparently they want Bob Haskins to be
Who?
like. No, not
Bob
They
Hoskins.
want, they want Danny DeVito to be Detective Pikachu.
Why? First of all, why is this a thing? Like, no. And third of all,
Third
No.
of all,
DeVito's got triplets to finish off.
they're not making that.
I wish. Fucking bad.
No, they're not making triplets. Who's going to be in it?
They had
Arnold
someone-
Schwarzenegger, DeVito, and
Wasn't the
Um,
plan?
I'll watch it if
Like-
only they're all conjoined. It's like a human centipede baby coming out.
wasn't the plan like for triplets like at one point that it was gonna be Eddie Murphy?
Yes, that was it.
Fuck
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy.
No.
why?
I don't like Eddie Murphy anymore.
No, no. I mean, it's just no. I'm literally asking, like, why Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, he's got to eat, doesn't he?
Oh, he
He's
was,
gotta keep pretending that he's not gay.
it was he was hot at the time, and like it
That costs
was
money.
still- I forget when Twins was. Was it in the 90s or 80s?
in the 90s.
Isn't
Like yeah, it was
Wait,
like
wait.
the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
So
I think
it
it
was
was the
still-
late 80s.
like Eddie Murphy wasn't like, oh man, he's kind of like it's kind of really shit in terms of like his punching
1988.
down.
Thank you, Addie. So wait, who else is gay in Hollywood that refuses to come out of the closet?
John Travolta.
Tom Cruise.
Well, we don't know
come on,
about that.
that's
John
an easy one.
Travolta. They're gonna find him dead on top of somebody.
In
He's
the
gonna be
dialogue.
like, please, that was only for the weekend. I cannot get free.
John Travolta and Kevin Spacey are the big two.
Kevin Spacey is waiting for his mother to die.
She needs to hurry up now.
She needs to
Val
hurry up.
Kilmer.
That's what he keeps saying every night after she goes to sleep. Just die. Just die.
Kevin
The only
Spacey.
person I'm in the closet for, just die.
Kevin Spacey's like almost 70. At some point, she has to have known.
There's Val Kilmer, I think.
I don't think he's gay.
No, I think
Val
he.
Kilmer, why?
No, Val Kilmer has diabetes. He's
He was married to John Whaley for a long time.
That doesn't mean anything.
Sure does.
Being married to a woman means nothing. Much.
I don't think he just never gave me that vibe, but Tom Cruise and definitely Travolta vibe all over the place.
I think that Brad Pitt is bisexual at least.
Yeah, well, I don't think he would mind if he woke up with a dick in his mouth. How about that?
Brad
But it
Pitt
doesn't
has a
necessarily
really
mean
weird
that.
dick.
I feel wait. Of all the things, not. I don't think he would mind if he got fucked or if he consented. I don't think he would mind if he woke up with a dick in his mouth. Why?
That's what I'm gonna tell him when he wakes up. I didn't think he'd mind.
Shh, you don't mind.
I'm gonna put it this
Why am I
way.
bound? Where is my wife?
Here's my thing. I don't think Brad Pitt minds if he's pegged. I don't see him being actually gay.
Well, he does have like a weird baboon penis.
What?
I've never seen it.
Like there's naked pictures of his penis. Like, well, of
his
course,
penis.
like
Right.
Naked
yeah,
pictures. You mean his penis wasn't dressed up in a little
Can
suit?
you guys believe this? I have never Googled this.
there's pictures.
Right.
I think it's
What?
of him on the French Riviera, like when he was still with Angelina, and it's just he's got like, it's not like a bad looking dick. It's just weirdly shaped. Boone's penis and how it's shaped, kind of.
You want to know who
What does a
has?
baboon's penis look like, Matt?
Kind
You
of like
want to
a
know?
hot dog.
And how do you know?
Wild
You
boys.
want to know whose penis is like
Yeah, he does have a
interesting
weird.
looking? Is what's his name? Orlando Bloom. Because it doesn't. It looks like.
Yeah,
How
that
in
was
the
like
hell?
on Tumblr.
Like Brad Pitt's penis is very like super skinny.
Yeah.
Every time someone in the chat says penis in their thing, I have to approve it. Thing keeps editing for it.
It didn't have to approve me.
See, I have Addy just put penis into the thing, and unless I put show, it's never going to pop up. So guess what, Addy?
Hold on.
Whoa! Now everyone's doing it, and none of them are going to get.
Penis blood.
Penis flood. No.
All right,
Well, there is a referee
I'm
for-
not approving any of this shit. That's done. You guys are just doing it to distract me.
You'll laugh at this, Scarce. There is a Scottish referee for football whose name is Willie Flood.
I don't.
You have been sending too many messages. Take a break and try again.
And
So
he
wait,
sued
here's
his parents.
Yeah. Here's a better
Apparently
question.
goes by the name Willie Flood.
Do you think that there's
Aw.
anyone who's out as gay who really isn't, but they're doing it for their career?
I don't think. No. I mean, because at this point, there's no benefit. Like the only thing you get from is like, oh, you're open to kissing dudes on camera. Congrats.
Well, I mean, okay, I have to take that back. Porn stars don't count because there's always gay for pay.
Oh yeah, point.
Yeah, but they like it. They just don't admit it.
They like it.
You know what's funny? What pissed me off? No, what pissed me off was there was a true life adventure thing, true life thing from MTV, and they were like, "I'm gay for pay," and and then there was like, "Oh yeah, I take Viagra. Sometimes they force me to like take pills," and I'm just like, "Sweetheart, nobody's forcing you." And if they were, there's like you know how regulated the porn industry is. All you have to say is one word, and they would shut down that studio. Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah, porn often treats actors and actresses better than Hollywood does.
Dude,
Yes, they do.
the women have more power in porn than men. Men are just dicks with bodies attached a lot of times.
There's an actress that became a porn actress because she figured, well, I'm sucking this much dick on a casting couch, I may as well get paid for it.
Dude, Mercedes Carrera became a porn actress. She was a microbiologist. No, she was in STEM. I just can't remember what field it was, but she was getting paid really well, and she was like, "No, I like having sex." So there's
There's
a
a
thing.
page-free girl who has a couple of degrees.
You
and
need to
she's-
explain what a page 3 girl is.
Okay, a page-free girl back in the day when the newspapers did this is usually the Sun, some other papers as well. They get a model to get her tits out and have it on the page free.
Okay.
Okay.
They did.
The World Weekly News used to do kind of the same thing, but it would be like a bikini model.
All right.
I think that theirs was the Page 5
I
girl.
don't have a jar or a bucket to pee in like you guys do.
Weekly News. I
You're
used
a
to buy
civilized human being.
every
Melinda
week.
Messenger it was a Page 3 girl. So is Samantha Fox. But Melinda Messenger's the one that has like 2 degrees, I think she has. And she's just enjoyed doing Page 3 more. She got paid more for it.
Guys,
in the day.
seriously, I have to approve every time you guys write dick or penis in the chat. You're testing me. Yeah, Samantha Fox was a Page 3 girl. I did know that.
She got
Okay,
her boobies out.
Jimshin, if you write, if it's only if you use that specific word for dick, that got Okay, microbloganism is never going to be on this show ever. If we start doing this once a month, he's never ever going to be on the show because right now he is really Micro, you're so glad. I'm so glad you live 7,000 miles away. Okay, I think that's just Angus going a little nutty. I don't think he's.
I mean, going a little nutty.
Well, look at his beard. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean,
He looks like an Amish psychopath.
well, I mean, he is growing like a bird nest for people. So
He
like,
does
How much
look
longer is
like
that beard going to get, Angus?
Oh, I generally keep it about this long.
He does look like one of the Amish who would like cut off another Amish person's beard over the butter churn.
That's what an Amish serial killer is.
wake up in the middle of the night, there's a dude standing over you with a sickle in your hair.
I
cut
woke
it
up
off.
and my beard was gone.
He's like, I cut it off. Scream,
There's
bitch.
just
The Amish,
There's a
the
letter,
Amish are
or
kind of scumbag.
there's like a letter written in calligraphy. I'm the one that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I shall strike in a sickle moon.
An Amish rapist is someone that holds a girl's hand the first time they go out to churn butter or something like that.
Your wife's beard is next.
This is my wife's beard.
Oh my god.
Has
So-
anyone ever actually met an Amish person?
They're
I-
here. I have.
Live around here.
Well,
enough, they don't seem to travel well.
I'm,
So, yeah, it's kind of hard to travel when you refuse
I met
technology.
Mennonites.
Stop it.
It looks like Brother Svensson has tried to swim to Europe again.
I have. I've seen them from afar because obviously they don't mix with
You've seen
the
them
black
from
people.
afar. What, through a sniper scope? Fucking
No,
goddamn
actually-
fucking Amish. I'll kill every, what?
Well, they're not strict Amish. We had Mennonites, so
Yeah, we have those here too.
like you'll see them at Walmart. You're like, and I'm
I'm
like,
sorry, but Mennonites sound like an alien from Star Trek.
They kind of dress
They're
like
not the
them.
nicest people. Like I remember.
No,
They're
they're
not the nicest people.
No, they're not. I remember Little Miss and I were shopping. It was actually at Walmart, and we were looking through some things, and she kept staring at this little girl who was dressed like the little bonnet and the dress, and she walked away with whatever the hell it was she needed. And I looked at her and I went, "That's a Mennonite. You know what that is?" And she's like, "I no." And I said, "Well, her mother probably made those clothes for her."
Hmm.
Really? Like it was so absurd that a mother would make clothes for a child. And then I
My
remembered
mom
my
made
own-
me clothes.
Yeah,
when I
my
was-
mother used to make me clothes too. She used to work at Zayre's.
My mom
used to
made
cut
me and my
fabric.
brother matching polyester suits.
your mother hated you.
My mother loved me, and it was
She made you a
1973.
parachute.
Dicky. So you back off. You're just jealous because your mom never made you anything other than a shame. Ooh,
Mennonite-
burn!
Like there was this guy who worked with my mom at like the Walmart distribution center, and he literally looked like fucking Rasputin,
Who did?
like
Did he have
down
his
to the
neck?
robes, and he wore this big giant cross medallion.
Who are you talking about?
He's talking about a Mennonite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, who worked with my mom at the Walmart because the Mennonite. the way I describe Mennonites as is they're the Amish with less scruples.
Yeah, they'll talk to you, but they won't,
Yeah, they can
I
like.
think there needs to be a rule that if you're going to be considered a real religion in the United States, you have to have some funky way that you dress. Like if you're going to say you're a Quaker, everybody, even the women, has to dress like the people on the Quaker Oats box.
Yeah.
I have to wear the hat,
like
the suit,
the Mennonites
and
can have electricity and like cars and stuff, but it has to be like communally owned.
So everyone
Also,
owns the car?
Yeah, they have cars and shit.
Yeah. Also, they're really big meals.
Yeah, so like Mennonites don't reject technology; they'll use it if they have to, but it's not like a thing that they go out of their way to use.
Meh. Either way, it's fucked up.
I remember going to a Catholic, like a Catholic church, because they were doing like a penny sale or whatever, like a cheap sale of a bunch of stuff just to make money for the church.
No.
And one of the same family probably that was at the Walmart was walking around looking at stuff. It was an older woman with like little glasses, and she just looked very pinched. And the man who was running the penny saver kept walking around and talking to her, and he's like, "It's nice to see you all inside of a church like ours." And she's like, "Yes, He's like 100 years old, and she's treating him like, I'm not interested in really talking to you. She was kind of a asshole. I wanted to say it to her face, heck, but I didn't. I should have.
Why didn't you? You should have.
Fuck you, you asshole. You came in here. It's his church. It's his house, not yours. Why don't you go make me a shoe fly pie?
Oh, God, no. Don't bring up shoe fly pie again. Didn't we talk about shoe fly pie 2 years ago? No more repeat topics.
Less than a year ago.
Well, to be
Amish country and brought home a shoe fly pie.
To be fair, you guys talk about more things per week than we do.
Who, me and Addie?
Yeah.
We do cover a broad range of subjects, don't we, Addie?
Yes, we do. Sometimes we don't even remember that we have covered them.
We're turning into really old men that are just having the same conversation
Remember
over and over again.
Time I used Reese Witherspoon as a
Witherspoon
as a plow for my driveway.
You do realize that okay, for people who don't listen to the podcast, we just did a podcast in which we really did savage a little bit Reese Witherspoon the week she came forward to talk about the sexual abuse that she's had to endure in Hollywood.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything bad about that.
We didn't even know about it. I didn't know about it until after it was recorded and actually up on the internet.
Way to go, guys.
To be fair,
shut up.
To be fair,
all we did was make fun of the way she looked.
Reese facial spoon.
And
God, you both might as well have been Harvey Weinstein.
We all agreed that Harvey Weinstein needs to die.
If you savaged any actress this week, you had a good chance of fucking going after somebody who was
I'm enjoying is pretty much everyone going, "Oh my God, how did Hollywood not know about this?" And it's like, dudes, Hollywood has sheltered Woody Allen and fucking Roman Polanski for fucking decades.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shocked at all.
I don't think anyone should really be shocked by it in any way, shape, or form. Here's one of the things. It's kind of like corruption in politics. We all make jokes about it. We all know it happens, but we all pretend that it doesn't happen until someone gets caught, and then we get all angry and surprised when it does happen. When a lawmaker or a congressperson or someone gets in trouble, then we all go, "Oh, we can't believe the corruption." Then we fucking wander off and forget about it. That's what we're really good at in this country, is getting shocked, becoming extraordinarily morally upset, and then fucking forgetting about it a week later. We're really good at it.
So shovel face.
I think the only thing is that people are like, this, they're like, it keeps happening. And I'm like, yeah, because whenever you have a group of people who are basically given nothing but power, and you say, and they treat literal humans as commodities.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really upset that that's what happens? Like, seriously?
I mean, it's kind of inherent in the whole process. You're getting people in order to sell product. And then eventually you start thinking of the people as product. And once you start thinking that way, then they're not people anymore. Why do you think it is so wrong to expose a child to that industry? Because it totally, unless they have parents that are like on them the whole time and making sure that they're growing up sane, most of them wind up like Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
You know who had really good parents in that turn? Hillary Duff.
Was she really?
Yeah, like she did. She's still an actress.
Didn't she go bonkers?
No. She actually
no.
did.
That was you're thinking of Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes went crazy.
Oh, Amanda Bynes.
Hillary Duff kind of just left everything behind. She was like, you know what? I'm a little done.
Yeah, she does like independent movies now.
Who does?
She's ugly.
Hillary Duff.
Sorry, she's a good actress. She's good, but she's just her face is off-putting.
Also,
you know who was a good first lady?
She did
Eleanor
Roosevelt. I knew you were going to say that.
Well, we all can agree that Eleanor Roosevelt looks like a frog that hit a wall.
I heard she was pretty freaky deaky with FDR. You don't need legs where we're going.
I'd fuck Eleanor Roosevelt.
Okay, he was not paralyzed the entire time that they were together. What did you say, Matt?
I said I'd fuck Eleanor Roosevelt
before they met. What the fuck are you talking about?
End stage, almost done, Eleanor Roosevelt,
he had polio long before he met her.
Yeah, but he didn't lose the power of his legs until well after they were married.
This reminds me, did I ever tell you guys about my springtime? Like, it's not springtime for Hitler, but it's kind of like Hitler, where I was like, if I ever had to make like a scam movie that had to lose money and to become super hated, I would make a movie called like Adolf Hitler Zombie Killer.
That wouldn't lose money. That would actually attract people.
Well, I'd be like,
when I was a playwright, we were trying to figure out to come up with the prototypical play that was appearing in independent theater, and I think it would work for a movie as well as just a movie that would get everybody angry. And the name of the play was "My AIDS is Worse Than Your Cancer."
Oh my god!
That was going to be the name of the show.
That is a great name.
So it's.
But like
it was intentionally something to piss people off.
FDR was in a wheelchair is because FDR was like half a zombie, and so they had to nail him to the wheelchair so he wouldn't attack people.
That's so wrong.
Basically, the whole movie came about because I would it was after I saw Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and it ended the most predictable way ever.
The movie that only ever had a title and should have stayed that way.
Oh, yeah. It was a great movie. Come on, it was fun.
Oh my God in heaven.
It was so funny.
The ending of that movie is basically like if you did a zombie movie with Hitler and Hitler was bitten by a zombie, and the reason he committed suicide was because he was turning into a zombie, and the whole idea
not because his entire Third Reich was falling apart and children were fighting off the Russians when they were invading Berlin and they were only about 2 blocks away from the bunker. That's not the reason he killed himself. It was because he had been bitten by a zombie.
Yeah.
You know for a fact that motherfucker would have just turned into a zombie. Right?
Well, like I said, this was a bullshit. Like, see, now that the Nazis are back, that's something else too, Jason. In the
Nazis aren't back. Okay, I'm going to say this. What we have are faux Nazis.
They're zombies. Come on.
We have Nazi light right now. We have, granted, they're not good. I'm not saying they're good at all. But if you put the current people who call themselves Nazis in the United States and put them up against real Nazis, like real honest to God.
Shit, these motherfuckers just stab my eyes out and then stick me in the camp just like everybody else. What color armband do I get?
Oh my God.
They didn't get armbands. They got patches.
You'd get the pink one with the star.
You would get the pink triangle.
No. For a faux Nazi. You're not a real one.
Well, see, here's the thing. Nazi propaganda, Nazi memorabilia was voted as part of free speech, right? So people can get their hands on it no matter what, reproductions and things of that nature. So Nazis don't exist. What you have are a bunch of angry people. Yes, most of them are white, who are using the most vile imagery possible to rile people up. If you punch them in the face on TV,
I mean, Richard Spencer did.
Yeah, no. Richard Spencer was a white supremacist troll on the internet. He got punched on the face and got famous. Thank you, Antifa. You're doing his work for you.
Actually,
Well, I was talking about like him in Florida.
There are some people who are saying that whole punch in his
Where he
face
was
was
like-
staged.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say, like him, his big speech in Florida.
Wasn't the guy that was
one
on
of the big points of his speech? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Wasn't the guy? It was on film with Shia LaBeouf's thing, that art project or whatever.
What?
I think that's why Spencer's been punched a couple of times.
I'm sure he's been punched like 10 or 11, a couple.
It's going to
10,000
happen.
times.
I mean, let's take a. That's not my favorite punch. My favorite punch of all time that was ever captured on film is Buzz Aldrin cold cocking a fucking man who walked up and called him a liar for not.
George.
That is my favorite punch ever, and it was fucking deserved because this fucking moon hoaxer is yelling at an American fucking hero who had been to the moon that he was lying and that he owed the American public apology. And he just whipped this man in his 70s, just pulled back and cold cocked the motherfucker to the ground.
So, George, my dad was a hardcore Klansman, white supremacist. He gave me the Turner Diaries on my 13th birthday.
No, it looks like they took.
Was he really? Good God. I don't
really,
Jason.
It's a big reason why I'm like, you know what? I don't like the current rise of white supremacy. I don't fucking like this at all.
Here's the thing. Nobody's saying you have to like it. Like,
right, no, you just did.
No.
You have to like it.
But my thing is that when I can pull up YouTube videos of people getting hit in the head with bike locks because they showed up to a rally, like the fuck, and then if I can pull it up that easy, it means that somebody who's mentally unstable can do it as well, or somebody who's super angry and is trying to find something to blame can do it as well. You end up with shit like Charlottesville happening. That was the whole point of my video. I'm not going through it again. But the truth of the matter is that I'm not for it. I don't like it. I don't like, and so my thing is I see it going in a bad direction. I'm going to say something about it. But if people are intent on putting blood in the streets, don't be surprised when the shit don't go your way and you end up getting hit too.
My counter argument to that is, oh, look at all the blood in the streets. Nothing fucking happened.
Also,
everyone got their knickers in a twist because they said, "I want to punch a Nazi." How many Nazis got punched? I don't know. How many have been put in the hospital? How many news stories have there been? None. Okay, well, fuck. Well, we all got excited about nothing again, didn't we? Just like we always do.
Well, there was that guy who was like basically cosplaying from Romper Stomper up in Seattle who got punched, but he ended up just walking away and not pressing charges.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but there's shit going on in this country that's fucking more important than being worried that a couple of people in the United States got hit in their widow face. More people get hit in their face in every bar in this goddamn country every Friday night. I'm not worried about a couple of Nazis getting punched in the face. You know what I'm more worried about?
Check what Richard Spencer was saying in Florida. But basically, he was like, you could do peaceful ethnic cleansing. That's a thing that could happen.
I don't. He's just talky.
But
I'm currently more worried about the current administration butt fucking all of us into a goddamn nuclear war. That's more important to me.
That's that to me is a bigger issue. Like I'm like, I don't like Trump. I don't think he knows what he's doing. and we all are going to pay for
doesn't know what
that.
he's doing too.
We're all going to pay for it. And the problem is that we're so worried about his fucking tweets. I'm like, dude, he is signing things that are not. No, look at what they're just shoving in front of him. Like, sign these things. Just sign them. Don't read them because they're not in crayon.
He can't read anyway. It doesn't matter
because they're not in crayon.
He's like, I love being the president. Do.
I legitimately think
how great I am.
Functionally illiterate.
What?
Like, he knows enough.
Oh, hey guys, you know what?
I
just remembered something.
What?
I just remembered something. The Funhouse is rigidly timed. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.